And we now know what we expected based upon the way they're doing the draft. Roger Goodell will be at home in his basement, according to Peter King, announcing the picks one at a time the first night of the draft. I mean, where else would he be? They're respecting the stay-at-home orders. He's staying at home. The only question is, where in his home will he be staying when he announces the picks?
Well, and I also wonder, if he's had any issues in his household with the whole, IT guy maybe having to come into his house and set up some video equipment to do the show and, whatever. It may be a better connection to the satellite so nothing happens that way. I would love to hear what Roger Goodell's household feeling is about that, or if he did anything like that, or he's just going to be like us, or like me, I should say, in front of a computer or an iPad. What do you think? Are you going to be real professional, or is he going to do something like I'm doing right now?
Like have a full-blown real TV camera in the house. I mean, I don't know how hard it is to get the equipment shipped to you and set it up so you can have that camera that looks great live in your house. I mean, I've had this thing for 6 years now, ever since we moved into this place, and now, people had to come and set it up. I probably couldn't have done it on my own. It didn't have to even cross that bridge. But my guess is they can have something that they could send to Roger Goodell. They could drop it on his porch. He could put it on a tripod, press the right button at the right time, and they'll be able to control everything from Bristol, Connecticut through ESPN, which is running the draft. And it should look great. It should look far better than it was shot on a phone. And so we'll see. Or maybe they want that raw, gritty look. Maybe they want to simulate what everything else looks like because they don't want people to think that he's got a TV crew in there. And if it looks like a raw, real shot like everyone else has, no one's going to say, oh, he's got a full crew of people there making sure that he looks as good as he possibly can.
No. I mean, yeah, you're right. It's not necessary. He certainly can get it done just the old-fashioned way, or the way I'm doing it right now. Nonetheless, I don't know how you feel about it. I mean, I just feel like I had so many fathers in the neighborhood, friends of mine, continuing, hey, how are you? Happy Easter. Stay safe and healthy. So glad the NFL draft is going to go on. I'm bored out of my mind. I need this. I'm enjoying your conversations on the show every morning. So, I think there's just a lot of people in our country that are very happy and satisfied that the NFL is going to give us a little entertainment here in a few days. And I think it is good. It just, again, it keeps us all, kind of off the news a little bit and something a little more exciting in our lives.
I mean, these are unprecedented times, and we know that thousands of people are dealing with the physical realities of the coronavirus and COVID-19, and people are dying from it. But at the same time, there are millions who are trying to get through their days at home, and they need something to look forward to. I've said many times, Chris, we're climbing a mountain. We have no idea where the top of it is. We are just taking it 1 inch at a time, in some cases 1 millimeter at a time, up the face of the mountain. And we need to have things to look forward to. And the draft is something for everyone to look forward to who's a football fan. And then the 3 days of the draft, we can immerse in that. And then on the other side of the draft, we got to find something else to look forward to. But that's how you progress through this for the millions who aren't physically ill, but who are in a much different reality than we're accustomed to. So I've got no problem with the NFL going forward with the draft because I think it does help the millions who are healthy physically, but maybe having a harder time mentally dealing with the fact that it's been over a month now that we've all basically been locked into our homes, but for those occasions when we leave for essential reasons. And Chris, I haven't gone anywhere. 23 days now. I haven't left the house. And part of me wants to see how far I can run this streak. Although part of me wants to jump in the car right now and drive down the hill. I mean, I'm really torn here because I'm happy I've been able to stay home, but I kind of want to see what's going on in the world. But everyone, resist the temptation to leave your house unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah, that's right.
And Chris, another important thing, while Roger Goodell is in his house during the draft, Peter King explains that there will be a virtual montage of 15 fans behind him for each pick who can interact with him, react to the pick, boo the pick if they choose to, boo the commissioner if they choose to, although I have a feeling they won't. I don't think 15 is a large enough of a crowd for that anonymity that comes from being in a mob where you can boo, because every year you see it. He'll get booed by thousands, but then when he's interacting individually, it's all handshakes and selfies, and everyone's clamoring for the commissioner.
No doubt. It's one of those things where, people get more guts with numbers. But then it starts getting to one-on-one or two-on-one situations. Oh, hey, Mr. Commissioner, you're great. We love you. Oh, wait, you're 100 yards away from us now, and I got 1,000 people. I'm like, boo, you stink. Yeah, I mean, that's the way it is. That's life in the NFL. That's life as a player sometimes, too.
Look, 15 is not nearly enough, I think, to give someone that cover. And also, they're on camera in front of millions. And I don't know whether or not the NFL screening process is going to entail the question of whether or not they'll commit to not booing, but I think they'll probably get a sense of who they're dealing with before they plug these folks in, and I think it's highly unlikely anyone is going to be booing the commission.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.